Hey, what's up, ladies? It's the relationship guru, Sydd Ferrell. Now, I'm back again with another video just to give you ladies. Now, before I get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and you hit that bell notification so that you're notified every single time I post. And if you are a woman that needs relationship advice, or you want to learn more about how to think like a man, or why men do the things they do, act the way they act, and think the way they think, then I encourage you to book a one-on-one session with me. Link is in the description below, and I can help you out personally, one-on-one, with any questions, concerns, or anything you have regarding your dating life or relationship currently in general. And also, brand new on my website, if you want me to coach you every step of the way, step by step, throughout your dating or relationship process and journey, and you want me to become your personal dating coach long term, then I have a special program just for you. Link is in the description below also, and I can help you out personally again, one-on-one, with any questions, concerns, or anything you have regarding your dating life or relationship currently in general. And also, go pick up my brand new Girls Night card game. It's officially out. So if you're having a game night with your homegirls and you need something to do, then make sure you go pick up my Girls Night card game. It got a lot of fun questions and scenarios about love and relationships and everything all in between. So make sure you go pick that up. Link is in the description below, okay? And then on this hand, we got my brand new ebook. It's called Oh He's Toxic, Period. And if you never want to be played, used, or manipulated by a man ever again in your whole life, then make sure you go pick up that ebook right there because it's fire, okay? And again, link is in the description below for that also, okay? And also, if you are a woman and you love quotes, dating quotes, relationship quotes, and things like that, then I have something special just for you. I came up with my top 100, yes, 100 dating love quotes for women, right? So if you want to go get that, it's on my website. And again, as usual, the link is in the description below also, okay? So all that's out the way, and we gonna jump right into this video. And this video is titled, These Are 5 Things that you need to know about a man before you even start being in a relationship or really start dating him, right? So before you start dating this man, before you start getting too close, before you start getting too excited about him, before you even start talking to him, before you even start engaging in furthering the bond between you two and the chemistry, before you even get to all of that, there are a few basic things that you need to be on alert, watching out for every single time that you date a man. Every single time, right before you start dating this man, these are a few things that you need to know before dating him, okay? So without further ado, let's jump right into this video and let's go to number 1. So the first thing that you as a woman that you need to watch out for, and the first thing that you need to see about a man before you even start dating him, is you need to check his stability. Okay, so when I say check that man's stability, you gotta check that man's stability. You need to see what his life is like, what he looking like. And I'm gonna break it down. So really, it's 3 things that every man needs before that man even start dating you, or before you even start dating that man. Every single man that you come in contact with, that you even thinking about dating, he needs to come with these 3 things. And I'm gonna explain these 3 things. He needs to have a job, aka some sort of income, aka a business, or aka he needs to be working somewhere on salary, getting a paycheck, or he needs to be in his own business or some type of legal income. I don't care what it is, legal income, some sort of legal income, not illegal. You want that man to have legal income, right? Right? So that's the first thing. You want that man to have a job, some sort of stability. How do you as a woman expect this man to take care of you or even pay for anything, pay for a simple plate of food to take you out on a date if he ain't got no job? A lot of y'all women, y'all be talking to men that ain't got no job. He ain't got no sort of income coming in, or if his income is coming in, it's not legal income, you know what I'm saying? And it's not stable. And again, you know, you don't want to be caught up in that. You want a man that's clean. You want a man that has legal income. So you ain't even got to be worried about nothing, watching your back or nothing when you with this man, okay? And then you don't want to date no broke man anyways. Why would you want to date a broke man that can't do nothing for you? Especially a man that can't do nothing for himself, right? If he can't do nothing for himself, if he don't have no sort of income coming in, how do you expect for him to take care of himself, for one, then take care of you, for two, and then if you choose to have a child one day with this man, maybe one day you want kids with this man. You may be interested down the line, you may be interested in kids with this man, and guess what? He may not have no job, or he may be real lazy and may not even care. And, you know, some men, they just want to just, you know, feed off of their mama, or they want to feed off of, you know, other women, or, you know, they homeboys, or whoever they can get money from, you know, whoever going to take care of them, they can't take care of themselves because they're not a real man, right? So you want a man that's stable. He ain't got to be rich. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he got to be rich. He got to be a big baller, you know what I'm saying? But if that's what you want, I mean, that's what you want. But I'm just saying, you know, he ain't got to be that. You know, I'm just saying, as long as he got a job and he working and he trying and he got something coming in to be able to support himself, and he's at least stable enough to be able to have enough money coming in to support himself, then I would say that would be a better man for you to be able to be involved with. Because why would you be involved with a man that can't do nothing for you? Because everything costs money. You may say, Sydd, it ain't all about money. You may say, Sydd, it ain't all about money. It's not all about money. It's not, everything shouldn't be about money. Let me tell you something about money. Every time you do something with a man, every time you step out your house, guess what you doing? Spending money. Wherever y'all go, if you go get some food, if you go on a date, if you go on a trip, anything that you do, any outings, any events, anywhere you go, 9 times out of 10, y'all gonna be spending some type of money between y'all, right? Y'all gonna be spending some type of money. Well, he gonna be spending some type of money, right? Taking you out, right? But if he don't have no money, then how can he even take you out to even get to know you? Because otherwise, what y'all gonna do? If he don't got no money, then he can't even do nothing for you, even basically. I'm not saying he gotta necessarily be paying your bills and just be, you know, flashing his money and just be throwing his money on you, but he at least gotta be stable enough to take care of himself and at least be able to take you out on a date. Why are you with a man that don't even have no money to even be able to take you out at the very bare minimum? I'm not saying he got to pay your bills off the rip again, but I'm just saying that you should at least get a man that's stable, that got something going for himself. He ain't got to be rich. He ain't got to be a big baller, but he got to come with something. Stop dating men that's not coming with nothing. That's what I'm trying to say. You got to stop dating these men that not coming with nothing, that can't do nothing for you. Because otherwise, if he ain't got no money, then guess what? You gonna be spending everything. Every time y'all go out somewhere, guess who gonna be spending everything? You gonna be the one spending all your money, or you gonna be the one paying for him because he ain't got no money, paying his way, paying his homeboy's way, paying whoever way, you know, just paying, and you not getting nothing in return. So, especially if you a hardworking woman, and you got money, then guess what? You gonna want a man that at least got something coming, you know what I'm saying, to at least be able to match you or somewhere up there with you to where he can be able to provide what you provide. You don't want to be the only one that's spending all your money on a man, but he can't spend no money on you, because that's not fair to you at all. So that's the first thing a man needs, is stability. The second thing a man needs is he needs to have a place to stay, aka he needs to have his own apartment, or he needs to have his own house. He needs to have his own condo. He needs to have his own townhouse. He needs to have his own place of residence. Y'all gotta stop dating men that don't have their own place. Because when they don't have their own place, guess who they trying to live with? You. Guess who they see? They see your apartment. When they go over your house, when you dating a man that ain't got his own place, guess what? He gonna come over to your house and he gonna say, whoa, look at this nice house. Ooh, oh yeah, she got the Wi-Fi in here. She got the Netflix on. I can see myself here. Now let me try to see if I can So let me try to see if I can seduce this woman so I can live up in her spot. Or if I can try to, y'all know what I'm talking about. A lot of y'all women, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of y'all women, y'all had a man before that may have asked you, hey, you know, can I stay with you? Or, hey, you know, till I get back on my feet, can I stay with you? Or, hey, you know, I just need a place to crash my head. Or, you know what I'm saying? He start leaving little things over your house. Have you ever had a man that started leaving stuff over your house? Like he started spending the night a couple times over your house. And then he started leaving stuff here and there, you know, some clothes or his game system or, you know, certain little things, certain little items. He started leaving it at your house, you know, around your house and stuff like that. He trying to mark his territory so that man know that he can always come back, and that man know that, hey, if my stuff is still there, guess what? I know that she not messing with no other men. And I know I can creep up in there and I can get closer and closer to living with her. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he trying to stash his stuff away. He trying to mark his territory. But again, you might have had a man that might have been trying to live with you and stuff like that. If he don't have his own place, you don't want to be the only one who has somebody coming over. Like, you want to be able to go over that man's house someday, right? Don't you want to go over that man's house instead of him always coming over your house? You know, every single time he got to come over your house, but you never get a chance to go over his house. You never get a chance to, you know, escape and, you know, stuff like that and go see him, you know. And it also shows that this man is not stable, because how is this man going to invite you into his world if he don't even have no world? The smallest world that a man can create is his own place of residence, his own little nest. You know what I'm saying? And how is he going to pull you into his world if he don't even have nowhere to pull you into? He just going to pull you into just him, but he don't have nowhere to put you at. He don't have nowhere to, you know, go with you. You know what I'm saying? You always got to go back to your crib, or you always got to be in his car. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know, so you want to date a man that got his own place, right? So that's the second thing. The third thing that a man needs is he needs to have his own car. A lot of y'all women, y'all be dating men that don't be having no car. So guess what? You always got to go pick him up. Every single time, you got to run and pick him up. Every time he call you, you got to run to his rescue and pick him up and drop him off and pick him up. Or you got this man riding around in your car while you at work. He riding around in your car, and then he go ride off with all his little homeboys and stuff like that, and then bring you back your car on E. He ain't put no gas in it, and he give you back the car, or he come pick you back up in your car at work, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? So you letting this man run around in your car because he don't have no car. Why do you have a man that's going to be living off of you? You don't want a man that's going to be leeching and going to be using you. Because a lot of times, if that man don't have his own stuff together, guess whose stuff he going to be in? He going to be in your stuff. If he don't have his own income, guess who money he going to be in? Your money. If he don't have his own place to stay, his own crib, guess who house he going to be over? Your house. You know what I'm saying? Living up in your house with his feet up, like it's his house, you know? Not paying no bills. And then if you don't have no car, guess what? You always got to pick this man up. You always got to drive around and come get him. He can't never come get you. He can't never pick you up and take you out. He can't never do nothing for you. You always got to be the one to do stuff for him. And you never want to be that type of woman to be breaking your neck for a man that can't do nothing for you. A lot of y'all women right now, you got your own house, right? You got your own car, don't you? You got your own money, don't you? You got your own business or your career. You know, you in school. You know, you got your own stuff going on. If this man don't have nothing going on, why are you dating a man that don't have nothing going on, but you got everything going on? You got you a place to stay, but that man, as a man, he should have a place to stay. Why is he dating? He has no business dating. If a man does not have those three things, any sort of income that's legal, or his own crib, his own place to stay, or his own car, if he don't have those three things, he has no reason. He has no type of reason to be dating, because he needs to get himself together before he invites a woman into his world. Any man that does not have those three things together, his own place to stay, a car, and his own legal income, why you even dating? He needs to focus on himself, get himself up, and then be able to build a world that he can invite a woman into. So you as a woman, don't be sucked into a man's world who don't have no world to begin with. He don't have nothing. So how is he going to provide for you? You want a man to be protector and provider. Well, he can't protect nothing because he don't have nothing to protect. How this man gonna be protector and provider? He don't have nothing to protect. He don't have no car to protect. He don't have no house or no apartment to protect. You know, he don't have no assets to protect. And then you want this man to be provider. He can't provide nothing. Again, he can't provide you with no experience. He can't provide you with no dates. He can't provide you with nothing. You know, he can't even bring you over to his house. He can't even simply come pick you up. He can't do nothing for you. So you got to stop dating broke men that can't do nothing for you. So that's the first thing that you need to know about a man before dating him is his stability. If he don't have those three things in his stability, guess what? You do not need to be talking to him, right? If he is not stable as a man with those three things, don't talk to him, okay? So that's number one. So number two, the second thing that you need to know about a man before you start dating him and before you start getting so wrapped up and involved with him is you need to know his current views on relationships and marriage, okay? So you need to know if this man even wants a relationship. So before you even start dating a man, when you first start talking to a man, you need to know, what does he even want? What does this man want? You don't even know what this man want yet. You know what I'm saying? You can't just assume that this man want a relationship. You just can't assume that this man want a marriage, because not every man want that. Not every man want a marriage. Not every man want a relationship. So a lot of you women, y'all don't even ask a man straight up, what do you want? What are you looking for? Do you want a relationship? You know, how do you view relationships? What was your last relationship? You know, how do you view relationships? Do you one day want to be married? You know, you not saying, do you want to be in a relationship with me right now? You just saying, how do you view relationships? Like, you know, are you looking for your wife? Do you want to be married one day? You know, do you like relationships? Stuff like that. And then ask him, you know, what was your last relationship? You know, that's a common thing that, you know, that's a common question that, you know, you usually ask is, what happened in your last relationship? You know, what happened? And a lot of times, you know, you need to know that man track history. You need to do a background check. A lot of y'all women, y'all don't be doing no background checks on this man. You need to be making sure that his history and his past relationships, how did he do in his past relationships? You know, let me tell you something. When you apply for a job and you filling out the application, what did they ask you on the application? On the application of a job application, they always ask you, what was your previous jobs, right? They always ask you, what was your previous jobs? Where did you work it before? Where did you work it before? How long was you there? What did you do when you was there? You know, they want the whole description, how long you was there, the name of the company, the phone number. They want to know, what was your previous employers? You know, what does your previous employer say about you? That's why every job application, they ask you, what was your previous employers, because they want to know, what was your track history like? They want to know, were you a person that, you know, jumped from job to job to job? Were you a job hopper? Did you jump from this job to this job to this job? Do you have a short amount of time? Do you have commitment issues with jobs? You know, because why would I hire you if you've been at 5 jobs in the last 3 months? What does that tell me? You go from job to job to job. If you go from job to job to job, why would we hire you? Why would I hire you at my company if you job hopping? If you went to all of these jobs and you can't keep a job, or you just change jobs, what does that tell me? Either you're going to leave my job and you're going to just get this job for a second and you're going to leave me, or that means you're going to do something bad to where I have to fire you. So if this man's track history, if he's been with a whole bunch of jobs, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of women, you know, a whole bunch of relationships, and he jumped from relationship to relationship to relationship, and they all short amount of times, what does that tell you? He may or may not have commitment. He may or may not have commitment issues, or the women that he deal with, he may not have good skills when it comes to picking out the right partner for him, you know, stuff like that. Or what if you never had a job? What if you filling out this job application and you leave everything blank, and they look at it and they say, wait a minute, you ain't been in no other jobs? You have not had a job in the last 3, 4, 5 years? If you have not had a job in the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years, why would we give you a job? Why would we just hire you if you ain't never had a job? You don't never be working, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of employers, when they look for that, that's what they looking for. They looking to see your track history to see if you are a good employee, right? And based on your job history, right? Just like how a job go for your previous employers, you got to look at his previous women and his previous relationships to see, hey, you know, how did his relationships go? You know, how long was his last relationships? You know, how many relationships has he had? You know, has he had a whole bunch of relationships? Has he had long-term relationships? Has he had real short relationships? Has he never had a relationship? You know, what does that tell you if a man never had a relationship in the last 5, 6, 7 years? If he ain't never had a relationship, some men, they'll tell you they never had a relationship. If a man tell you, I never had a relationship, what does that tell you? He may or may not have commitment issues, or he may or may not even want nothing serious, you know, stuff like that. You know, that raises a red flag. So you need to know this man's track history when it comes to dating women and his last relationships. Just ask him. You know, you got to just ask this man. A lot of times it just comes down to you just simply asking this man, you know, what was your last relationships? How long were they? You know, how long were y'all together? You know, how did that end? How did that go? You know, did you enjoy that relationship? You know, what's one thing that you learned about that relationship? You know, did you do anything wrong? What's something that you wish you could do better? Do you think you could do anything better in that relationship? You know, you need to know like stuff about this man, where he come from, and get a good indicator on the way how he been treating the women in his past history with relationships. Because a lot of times that may or may not dictate the relationship that he might have with you, but you never know. But a lot of times you can tell by his track history how he may or may not treat women. It just depends. But that may be something that you may want to look into, right? And then you want to know, hey, did this man want kids? Hey, did this man maybe want kids one day? You want to say, hey, you know, how do you feel about relationships? You know, how do you feel about marriage? Do you feel like, you know, when you get married, you want kids? Does he have kids now? Do you feel like you want kids in the future? How many kids do you feel like you want in your life? You know, you can ask that man, how many kids do you feel like you want in your whole life? You know, or stuff like that, you know? Maybe he might say, hey, I don't want no kids. I never want no kids. Or he might say, I don't even like kids. Ew, kids. I don't want no kids. I don't never want no kids. If that man tell you that, then that's something that you need to know, right? You need to know that before dating this man and start getting your feelings all invested into this man. You need to know, did he want kids? Did he not want kids? Did he want a relationship? Did he not want a relationship? Did he want a marriage? Did he not want a marriage? What was his last relationships like? What was his previous relationships like? You know, you need to know all these things about what he wants and where he's been at when it comes to romantic relationships, to know if he even wants anything with you, or if anything could possibly work out with you, or if he may or may not have those commitment issues, or if he may actually be serious about dating you, or could possibly be serious about dating you. These are things that you need to know before dating this man and furthering the friendship or relationship that you two have together when you're dating, okay? So that's number 2. So number 3. The third thing that you need to know about a man before you even start dating this man and getting your feelings all invested into him is you need to know this man's life goals. You need to know, does this man have any ambition? It's a lot of men that don't have no ambition. They don't have no drive. They don't have no motivation. They lazy. They always procrastinating. Oh, maybe I'll go back to school. I'll go back to school later on. Next year, I'll go back to school. Next semester, maybe next semester I'll go back to school. Or maybe I'll get this job. Maybe I'll work here. Maybe I'll get my certification and I'll go do this. Maybe I'll go get my CDL and I'm going to be a truck driver. And I'm going to go get my CDL and I'm going to do this. But he don't never go do it. Or this man say, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back to school, get my degree, and da-da-da. Or this man say, oh, I'm gonna start my business. I'm gonna start this business. Don't never start it. He just always talking. Or he say, oh, I'm a rapper. I'm gonna start rapping, or I'm writing music. I'm gonna start doing music. All of a sudden he a singer, or he a rapper, or he an actor, or something. He wanna be a comedian, or whatever all of a sudden he wanna do, but it's not successful. Or he just lazy with it. Or maybe he might have potential, but he just lazy. Or maybe he don't have no potential, no talent. It's a lot of men that don't have no talent at all. Or they not even trying at all. You know what I'm saying? No motivation, no drive, nothing. Like a lot of them not even trying. So if you don't have no motivation, no goals, no aspirations, this man needs to have something going on. You need to be asking this man, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? In the next 5 years, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, right? Because if this man say, I don't know where I'm gonna be at in the next 5 years, that may or may not be a problem. Because this man needs to know what he's going to be doing. He needs to be thinking as a man, where is he going in life? You need to be figuring out as a woman, where is this man going in life? How is this man leading his life? If this man cannot lead his life, how can you expect him to lead you? If this man cannot lead his own life, he cannot lead you. This man can't lead you at all if he can't lead his own life. If he don't have no dreams, no goals, no aspirations, if this man not trying to get to the top and he not doing everything he can do to possibly get there, if he just lazy, he a bum, he just sitting on the couch watching TV all day, this man just chilling, with his feet up, not doing nothing with his life, nothing productive, he not even trying, If this man not trying to go back to school, or if this man not in school trying, or if this man don't have his own business, or if this man don't have his own job somewhere that he working at, trying to build up, trying to elevate in his career. Maybe he got his career, he working right now, he got his career and he trying to level up. If he not trying to level up, why are you with a man that want to be at the bottom, that has no dreams of being at the top? If he got a business, then he need to be working on that. You need to be seeing some type of progress. You need to be seeing him actively trying to build up his business. What is he doing in his business? If he in school, you need to be seeing him actively studying, stuff like that. If he got a job, you need to be seeing him just trying to, get to the top, or telling you, stuff about his job, stuff like that. How is he going to better the company? Stuff like that. How is this man bettering himself? How is this man going to make more money? How is this man going to build himself up and build an empire? If he don't have that drive as a man, if he don't have that hunt as a man, if he don't have that ambition, that enthusiasm to want to go get something and conquer it and win, if he cannot lead his own life, and if he cannot be motivated to perform to get to the top, then why would you settle for a man that's not even trying? Or why would you accept a man that wants the bare minimum life for himself? Do you want the bare minimum life? You look like you the type of woman that don't want no bare minimum. You don't look like no type of woman that is okay with the bare minimum. You a high value woman. You a boss woman. You a woman that you don't need no man that's thinking down here. You need a man that's thinking big. You don't want no man that's thinking small, or you don't want no man that's not thinking at all. It's a lot of men, they don't even think. They not even thinking. They just doing stuff. They just trying stuff. it's not working. You know what I'm saying? They lazy, or if they are trying, it's trash. It's not working. You can't rap. You can't you can't rap. You can't sing. You know, you can't draw. You can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They trying. You know, these men are really trying, but it's just not working. You know what I'm saying? So you need a man that's actually actively at least trying, or at least got something going on to where it's some sort of progress. A lot of y'all women, y'all cannot get confused with this potential. Y'all gotta stop falling for this potential. This man, he needs to be actively working on that potential. You know, it's not just potential. He got potential. He need to actually be moving for himself. You can't want it for him. He gotta want it for himself. If this man do not want it for himself, then why do you want it for him? Why do you want him to be on top to him? Why do you want him to be the best that he can be if he don't even want to be the best he can be? He not even trying. He not even trying to be the best that he can be. But you want him to be the best. So if this man not even trying for himself, then you don't need to waste your time with him breaking your neck trying to get this man to elevate up. It is not your job as a woman to build up a man. It's not your job to raise a man. It's not your job to want more for a man than he wants for himself. If he don't want nothing for himself, you need to leave him alone and let him be there where he at, because he ain't gonna do nothing but bring you down. You want a man that's gonna bring you up to the sky. You don't want a man that's gonna bring you down low to the ground, okay? So you want a man with a vision. You want a man that think big. You want a man that think big. He got to think big, not small, think big, okay? So you need to get you a man that thinks big and that does not think small, teeny tiny, okay? He got to think big. So that's number 3. So number 4, the fourth thing that you as a woman that you need to be on alert and watching out for before you start dating that man, before you get too close to him, before you get too involved with him, is you need to know about this man's childhood and you need to know about this man's upbringing. So his childhood, when he was a little bitty boy, you need to know about his childhood and you need to know about this man's upbringing to adulthood. From the time he was a baby to the time he is right now. You know what I'm saying? From the time he was birthed to the time right now, the time he was born to right now. You need to know that timeline, or just a brief summary. It don't have to be everything. I'm not saying that he got to tell you his whole life story. I'm not telling you that like off the rip, he just got to tell you his whole life story. But you can ask him a brief summary about his childhood. For example, you can ask this man, hey, how did you grow up? You know, do you have brothers and sisters? You know, did you grow up in a 2-parent household? Did you only have your mother around? Did you have a father figure? You know, a lot of these questions will tell you everything you need to know right there. They'll tell you a lot, you know, can tell you a lot about a man. You know what I'm saying? Just his upbringing, just the people around him, how he grew up, you know? Was he popular in school? Was he kind of shy? Was he kind of, you know, how did he grow up, you know? You know, maybe he might tell you a few events that happened, you know, while he was growing up, you know? Maybe he might be like, you know, man, I grew up in the hood, man, or I grew up, it was real rough when I grew up, you know? He might start telling you, you know, when you ask him, you know, so tell me about your childhood. How'd you grow up? Like how was it like growing up? Like, where was you at? You know, like, what was your neighborhood like? You know what I'm saying? Or what was your schools like growing up? You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, you need to know certain things. You need to know just a brief summary of where this man came from. Just like, you know, just like I told you, you need to know about this man's future. You need to know about this man's future and where he wants to go in life in the next 5 to 10 years, whatever, any ambition and drive he got. And you need to know about his past. You need to know about where he came from until now. So you need to know where he been and the type of women he been dating and the relationships that he had and his childhood, where he been at. And then you need to know where he is now as a man, his current thoughts on relationships, marriage, life, stuff like that. And then you need to know about his future, his later on future, his goals, his dreams. So you need to know past, present, and future about this man in a brief summary, so you can know, do I want to deal with this man or not? Is he even a good fit for me to even be able to even let in my dating life? And right now you want this man to currently, where he's currently at, you want him to be stable. So again, you want him to have his own car, his own place to stay, and his own legal income. If he don't have those three things currently, right now, you don't need to be talking to him. So you need to know about past, his upbringing, childhood, how he grew up, the household, what's his relationship like with his mother, what's his relationship like with his brothers and sisters and his family, does he have friends, does he have close friends, stuff like that. And that's some things you need to know about him, right? Because let's just say this man had a messed up childhood. He might have had a bad childhood. A lot of men, they might have come from broken homes, or they daddy was never around. They never had a father figure. You may ask this man, did you have your father in your life? And he may tell you, no, I never had my father in my life. And he may not have had a father figure to kind of teach him how to be a man. And not to say that he don't know how to be a man, because he may or may not know. But a lot of times, that might be a way how you can kind of see, if certain things pop up, you can kind of understand why this man acts the way he does based on that man's childhood. When you know about a man's childhood and you know where a man came from, a lot of times when you see how a man is now and you see how a man is acting, then that's when you get to know, okay, I know and I understand. As a woman, you start to understand, I know the reason why you act the way you do. The reason why you act the way you do is because of your childhood. In your childhood, you wasn't loved as a child growing up. So now that's why you act out now, for example, right? Or, you never had your father in your life. So that's why, right now I see that you don't show off qualities of a real man. You know what I'm saying? So, just certain things you start to see, like in this man, you start to see based off his childhood. Like I start to understand now why this man is the way he is. And then you start to say, okay, I know that, so do I want to deal with it? Now I know why he is the way he is, but do I, as a woman, do I even want to deal with him based on the way he is, based on his childhood, right? So that's number 4. You gotta know about that man's childhood and his upbringing, right? And all about his past, where he been, okay? So that's number 4. So number 5, the 5th and last and final thing that you need to know about a man before you even start dating him is how this man deals with stress, okay? So a lot of times, sometimes he may or may not be going through something right now. A lot of you women, when y'all be dating a man, he may tell you, I'm going through something right now, something happened, something happened with my family members, I'm going through something with my family, or, I'm going through something financially, or, I'm going through something just mentally, I don't feel like myself, or, something like that. In them early talking stages, if this man start telling you, I'm going through something, I'm on hard times right now. If you know about this man in survival mode, right then and there, you can see like how he is. Because if he is like really going through it, and if he just like, I don't know what to do, I'm just stressed out, stuff like that, then so if this man cannot handle stress, if this man gets really mad, if he's really aggressive, like a lot of times you can tell, like when you first meet a man and he like real like aggressive and he like trying you and he like saying little slick stuff or stuff like that, or he's like real like narcissistic and stuff like that, and he gets real egotistical and he gets real mad or real defensive, You know, like when you first start talking to this man, have you ever met a man that he got real defensive? Like he got real closed up. And you know what I'm saying? Like when you start coming at him, he just like got real defensive and he started like attacking you back and stuff like that and snapping at you back just out the blue. A lot of times when a man just pops off like that and he just real aggressive and he just like real snaps at you and he just like, you know, like real like, he just like real nasty to you, and this man just real mean and nasty and just like, you know, just super mean and just got an attitude and stuff like that, or like aggressive with it, you know, or maybe this man, he get mad real easily. If a man get mad real easily, you know, that's something that you need to know. So as you start talking to this man, and before you get into a relationship with this man and start taking him seriously, you can start to see a lot of times, you know, how this man is. Because if this man start getting mad real fast and this man start, you know, throwing a temper tantrum and start beating on his chest every time he don't get his way, or this man want to disagree with you, like, I'm going to tell you something. If you as a woman, if you already start arguing with a man, like on the first date or within like the first month or the first couple months, and y'all already arguing, that's a problem. Let me tell you something. If you are arguing with a man within the first couple dates or the first couple times y'all talk on the phone, y'all already then had an argument, or the first couple of dates y'all done already bumped heads a little bit, you know, it was a little conflict. Maybe it was a small conflict, but it was a little, you know, y'all bumped heads a little bit. If y'all already can't see eye to eye and y'all already bumping heads and he already getting mad and trying to be combative with you and stuff like that, what does that tell you? He may be narcissistic. He may always want his way and he get mad when he don't get his way, you know? So if this man already like arguing with you and throwing a fit and getting mad, beating on his chest and, well, I don't want to talk to you anyways. Well, stop talking to me. Well, you need to leave me alone. Or then, you know, just acting all, you know, just acting up like that and, you know, stuff like that, then that's how you know that, you know, he got some issues that he has not worked out yet. You know what I'm saying? He needs to control his emotions and he needs to learn how to verbally communicate with people instead of acting out his feelings. You know, he feels like he got to act out his feelings to get his point across or to get attention or to feel like he won the argument instead of just verbally communicating with you, and it's not even all that serious for it to be an argument. But if you already arguing with this man and he getting mad and he just doing too much and he just got an attitude and he going off on you and popping off on you and being nasty and, well, I don't want to talk to you no way. Well, get away from me. Why are you talking to me? Well, I don't care about you no way. Well, we stop talking. You know, if this man just start being just real mean to you or just, you know, start saying little slick stuff to you that's a little minorly offensive or stuff like that, you know, like he get real defensive or, you know, whatever, off the rip, off the jump, you already know, hey, that's a man I don't want to deal with, because he don't even know how to handle stress. He don't know how to handle conflicts. He don't know how to communicate. He's a little boy. He's still a little boy. He don't know how to communicate. He don't know how to open his mouth and use his words. All he know how to do is beat on his chest and show how strong he is instead of opening his mouth and just verbally telling you how he feels. So he's still a little boy. So that's something you need to know. If this man cannot handle stress, or if he get too mad, he get real defensive, if he gets very, very upset, very angry, very easily, or if he gets very aggressive, or if he shows minor signs of aggression, or he like raises his voice and gets real mad and he screams and yells, like, and he gets mad when he's on the phone with you, or he hangs up on you and stuff like that, and he gets real mad, and then he, you know, let's just say this man get mad and he hang up on you, you know, or this man get mad and he don't text you no more, or he get mad and whatever, just, you know, he get mad and he block you, you know, just throwing a temper tantrum like a little boy, you know, he just throwing a temper tantrum, you know, every little argument, oh, well, I'm gonna block her, oh, you know, or, you know, any little thing, you know, when you first start talking to him and he don't get his way, I'm gonna block her, you know, like just being a little boy. So if he doing all that, and if he can't handle conflict, or if he can't verbally communicate, or if he get aggressive and do too much, then that's a man that, you know, you don't need to be dealing with him, you know? if he cannot handle stress, or if this man gets mad very easily, then that's a man that you don't want to deal with. Because if he start getting aggressive with you now, that may be a man that you need to watch out for later on. I'm going to just tell you right now, you need to get out of there now. If he already getting mad and doing too much now, you need to leave him alone, because it's only going to get worse, okay? So ladies, those are my top 5. Yes, 5 things that you need to watch out for and you need to look for before you start dating a man, right? So ladies, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Hit that bell notification, and I'm out of here. So, to the next video.